What's up YouTube, it's your boy Car Venture Reg and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about how underrated these VQ engines is, and I'm going to really be mainly speaking about the VHRs, but I'll be putting the DE since I have the DE and the HR, because I believe the VQ engines are very underrated and they don't get talked about enough. So let's go ahead and do that in this video. But let's go ahead and turn on my car real quick. Give y'all a little rev or whatever, just so y'all can hear the pops. Mine's is tuned, so you'll hear little pops and stuff like that. Let's see if it'll pop. Nah, it's not warm enough. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Why are these engines not getting talked about enough, man? It's simple. I believe that people tend to hate on these cars a lot just because of the community. Unfortunately, you have good Infiniti drivers or good Infiniti enthusiasts, and then you have the bad, you know, that you guys see at the side shows and stuff like that. But for the most part, not everybody is bad or, you know, an asshole per se. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me go ahead and talk about the engines though. So why are they so underrated? Number one is because they're very, very, very reliable. These are very reliable. These engines should be up there with, like, when you talk about Toyota and Honda, because they're very, very reliable. The only reason why they wouldn't be reliable is if you constantly beat on it and you don't do the proper maintenance to keep it running. But these cars honestly can go for a long time. Like, there's some G's out there that has over 300,000 miles, all original. You know what I'm saying? Original transmission, original motor, you know. And, you know, by doing that, how to get there is just, you know, doing your maintenance on time, doing your maintenance, doing everything that you need to do so your car will run for a long time or whatever. So, honestly, that would be the first thing, is that they're really reliable. They're gonna get you to where you gotta go, plus more. And then another thing I want to just kind of speak on reliability on this one too is that honestly, you can beat on it and it still will work. It would still go for a long time. It may not go as long as if you weren't beating on it, you know, and not doing on time, you know, maintenance or whatever. But I was watching this video. I guess it was like a stolen G37 convertible on Instagram, and when I mean, like, the absolute abuse I seen from any car, it was in that video. It was definitely in that video, man. They were redlining the car, you know what I'm saying, for a long time, like a long time. They were just doing a whole bunch of stuff in that video, and the car kept on going. It just kept on going. It kept on going. It didn't want to stop. The only reason what stopped them is that I guess the tire blew off. They were doing a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff, and the tire blew off, and they were just on rims. It seemed like they got out of the car by the end of the video, but, you know, you can technically beat on this car, and, you know, it will last for a long time, and you won't have, I mean, you know, it probably won't go to 3, 4, 5, 600K, you know what I'm saying, but it will go. It will definitely go. And I'm not like the perfect, like, VQ driver to where I don't get on my car. I get on my car, I'm not gonna lie, I do get on my car. I get on my car a lot, especially since it's been tuned. But the main thing what I do with my car is I make sure I get oil changes every 3,500,000 miles, and I make sure I stay up with the maintenance so I could continue to have fun with my car. Now, it's okay to have fun, but just don't abuse it. I don't abuse my car though. Like, I don't just sit there redline and, you know, all that other stuff. I don't do all that. You know, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I just keep it cool, you know, have fun, and call it a day. Another thing is that you can add power to the VQs, and you can actually add a good amount of power. You can actually build these motors to get good amount of power too. Talking about the DE, the HR, and the VHR, you can get good power out of these motors. It's very mixed opinions about the DE. A lot of people say you shouldn't boost the DE, but it's a lot of people that have boosted DEs that are doing just great. You know what I'm saying? So I think honestly, if you do everything right, you should be fine, and just just try not to make too much power out the DE. I believe you'll be okay. But as far as with the VHR, you can get a lot of power out of these cars. But as I should mention, it does cost a lot of money. To get power, it costs a lot of money, unfortunately, with the VQs compared to the VRs. The VRs is like, man, you could do simple bolt-ons and honestly make a good amount of power. But with the VQ, you can do bolt-ons too with a tune, and you could probably max it out, you know, NA around 400 to the wheel, which I believe is pretty good, to be honest. But you can get so much more out of a VR with full bolt-on and a tune or whatever, since it's boosted or whatever, since it's not, you know, NA or whatever. So but yeah, you know, you can get a good amount of power. It's just that it's very expensive. So if you want to go the whole booster route, just know that you're going to be paying over tens of thousands of dollars, you know, to boost these engines. But and they're pretty reliable boosted too. I never really seen someone online complain about the reliability when they boosted their car. So that's something that you shouldn't have to worry about, because these engines were built very, very well. You know, my main point of just making this video is that it's gonna be a very quick video. It's just that these motors are very, very underrated, I believe. I feel like they don't get talked about enough just because of the community, like I said earlier in the video. And I believe they should get talked about a lot, because these cars, these motors, you can put them through a lot and they will still run continuously. If you guys want it, go ahead and get it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next one, peace.
I like my coffee black, white too. Don't turn this into no controversy, it's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it ×2. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and then why? Drop tops out. Summertime and then why? It fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? I'm talking 6 a.m. tea times.